Enjoy your bullying of a position.
Terrible stuff, right? Clinton Jaws, guys. Hamilton police. It seems like every police officer in Hamilton, they're going to court and they're getting convicted of charges. Ian Milburn, okay, police officer in Hamilton. He's a constable. In something like May 2021, they charge him. They charge him with assault. The video came out in February. They look at it. They charge him with assault in May. Few months down the road, he pleads guilty to assault. Got 18 months probation for it. I'm going to show you how he assaulted this person. But first, I need to show you this. I need to show you a police officer assaulting somebody. We need to briefly go over this video. This is a female police officer assaulting somebody while she's arresting them. This is assault. Camden County Sheriff's Department, okay? January 2022. This female police officer pulls over a vehicle for running a stop sign. I'm going to start the video. She's parked behind the subject of complaints vehicle, and there's a vehicle beside her. It's a partner, kind of her partner. She knows him. He's a cop. And they're side by side. They got the windows down, and they're having a conversation while she's doing all her checks in her car. This is the conversation before the assault.
Hey, buddy.
What you got?
She's non-judgment suspended. But she's the only one in the car.
Non-judgment. Okay, she doesn't. They've suspended her license. She just finds that out when she does the checks. This is what she says to her friend cop.
But she's the only one in the car. So I can't let her drive off. I mean, I can let her sit right here until I leave. But she's on private property at this point. I can't make her get out of her car. I just can't tell her she can't drive it.
You what?
I can't make her really get out of her car, I mean, if I'm not arresting her.
That's your story. Take two.
I am. Don't. I know what I'm talking about.
I can't really make her get out of her car unless I'm arresting her. And then they laugh. They have a giggle laugh there. I'm not an American police officer, so I don't know exactly what's going on. But because I used to be a police officer, what they're telling me from that conversation is she wants to get her out of the car. There's an advantage there for this police officer. Maybe an American police officer watching this can fill me in. So she's not going to arrest her, and she can't get her out of the car if she doesn't want to get out of the car. This is what happens when she goes up to the car.
Miss Dawn. Hey. Well, step out here for me. Because I want you to. Because I'm going to talk to you.
I can't touch you right here.
No, I want you to step out.
Step out, please. Why? Because I want you to. I just want you to. That's the only reason why. I just want you to.
I'd like to clean the vehicle, so there's a reason why.
Yeah, I want you to step out.
But there's not a reason for me to
Because
step out
I
of the
told you
vehicle.
to step out.
That's her reason, because she told her to step out.
Okay? So let's not. I want you to step out because I need you to step out.
Why does she need her to step out? We don't know.
Okay?
I need to have a reason. to
You
step
don't
out.
have to. Where is it stating that you have to have a
back over here,
Yeah,
please?
come on.
Mia.
Get out. Get out of the car.
This is when you're a police officer and you have to say to yourself, man, control yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the driver's an idiot. When a police officer asks for you to step out of the car, just step out of the car.
I need another unit.
40 you en route.
It's a driver's license.
Get out of the vehicle. I will break this window.
You need them 1018.
She won't get out of the car. Get out of the car, so I'm going to break that window.
You're not going to break the window.
18 and I'm
Oh, my God.
71 by 6 away.
Listen to me. I really don't want to break your window. I really don't. But when I tell you to get out of the vehicle, you are to get out of the vehicle. So get out of the vehicle.
1118 is 23.
She can't stand the fact that somebody's not listening to her. And maybe that's the first time that's ever happened to her.
Are you fucking kidding me? Get out!
So did you see that? her friend, partner, whatever you want to call him, the other police officer shows up with lights. And there's a reason why this truck moves, because he hits it. Like they are so carried away right now, they don't even know why. Watch.
Get out of the vehicle right now!
Officer just hit the damn front of the vehicle.
Get out of the vehicle! Get out of the... Get out! Right, get the
Ouch.
fuck out of my fucking car! Right now, get out! Get out of the fucking car! Get out! Are you fucking kidding? Right now, get out! Get out of the fucking car!
Now I just realized watching this kid here, I think, takes a good old fart right into the dash cam. You got to hear this.
Get out of the...
I'm sorry, I just caught on to that. That actually might have been the police. Somebody's farting. Anyways, watch her hit the ground here.
Fuck out of my fucking car! Right now, get out! Get out of the fucking car! Get out! Are you fucking kidding me? Get out!
Taser, taser, taser.
Get out!
Roll over now.
Okay, the touch stun doesn't work, guys. It just makes you do that, okay? There's no point touch stunning, tasering you. These two can't handle her. They got to pull out the taser? Okay, that's not how you get somebody up. Oh my God. Keep in mind, guys, this lady has been arrested for nothing. They didn't even arrest her. She's not even arrested. She's not at one time was she told that she was under arrest. Watch this.
Hold on to her.
Okay. She puts the cuffs on her and then walks away, loses control of her suspect, whatever you want to call her. And this guy says, you better get her.
Hold on to her.
I want you to watch this closely. You're about to see a bunch of assaults, if you haven't already seen some. Watch this. She wants to pull her shirt down, okay? Bad girl wants to pull her shirt down. Police officer doesn't like that. Couple hits to the face and slamming her head into the cop car. Why? She's not resisting. That's her behavior isn't. She's being cooperative. And this police officer assaults her. Handcuffed. Cooperative subject. Slaps her face in and bangs her head against the patrol vehicle. That's assault. That's watching a police officer assault somebody. This police officer was never charged with assault. Okay? You know what her punishment was? Retrain on use of force. That's what her punishment was. 2 months later from this incident, they awarded her Police Officer of the Month because she de-escalated a situation at a campground. Whether you agree with this or not, whether you think that she should have been, a couple of idiots, really. Do I think people do I think the book should have been thrown at this female police officer? No, I don't. People have bad days, okay? You don't have to go to such extreme. You don't have to always charge police officers. There's other things you can do. But my point of showing you this video, that's assault. That's the definition of assault. Now let's talk about Eel Milburn in Hamilton. He gets a call one day. Him and his buddy partner, they show up. There's very little details about this call, so I'm going to try to fill in what I think happened. It's a landlord-tenant dispute. They need to talk to a subject of complaint. We'll call her the SOC, okay? They go, they talk to the complainant. The complainant, I believe, he's the landlord. And I guarantee, well, I shouldn't guarantee you, most likely he's had a lot of problems with this tenant. He most likely has been trying to evict her for a long time. He most likely has complained about this subject for months upon months, and this subject is probably the main complainer. Most likely, those police know who the SOC is. They've dealt with her countless times. Most likely a chronic complainer. So they know who they're dealing with. So they talk to the complainant, and the complainant fills them in. It convinces these police officers that she's the problem. No matter what, they know in their head that she's the problem. Do you know how many calls I went to? Landlord-tenant dispute. Every single one of them, that I would show up, like these police did, and would say to the complainant, sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. You have to go to the Landlord-Tenant Act, okay? If you want her evicted. This is a civil issue. I can't do anything for you. Clint, how do I conclude that file? I will say to them, do you want me to talk to them for you? Do you want me to talk to the SOC for you? That's how I would conclude my file. I would talk to the complainant. I would talk to the SOC. File concluded. That's what this cop is about to do. He's going to have a short conversation with her. File concluded. This is the video.
So, I can talk to you through the door. It's not really a good moment for me to come out right now. So,
I can talk to you through the door. It's not a good time for me to come out right now. Just like the video that I just showed you, she wanted to stay in the car. There's no reason for that police officer to have her out of the car. She's allowed to write the ticket while that driver stays in the car. She had no reason to step out of her vehicle, even though she's an idiot. This lady, she's not going to have a normal conversation with these police officers. They got to do it through a crack, through a little creek, a little sliver. They got to have a conversation with her. There's nothing more annoying. Unreasonable? I don't know. It's up for you to decide. It seems a little weird, though. I wouldn't really call it reasonable. I'd call it stupid. That's how they're going to have a conversation. And the cop is like, fine. I can't drag you out of your house. You're not under arrest. So we'll have this dumb conversation this way, your way.
okay. I know that my neighbor has made some sort of complaint against me.
Mm-hmm.
If you look in the notes of your file, you'll see that there has been false complaints made by Mr. Slobomir.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, he is a
I guarantee you there's tons of files, tons of investigations on these two.
superintendent. He is someone who is trying to allow renovations to occur contrary to the zoning of this house in order to effect my eviction. What this is a superintendent harassing his tenant and making it construed to be the opposite. So,
Hey, listen to me. If you damage his property,
I haven't touched
listen to
any-
me.
Please don't speak to me
If you
like that.
damage his property,
I don't care what anybody says, okay? I know you guys are... I don't like his voice, Clint. I don't like that he's raising it. He's already in a dumb position. And she's talking over him. He just wants to say what he wants to say so they can go eat dinner. That's it. I just want to say one thing to you, and then I'm going to leave. But this is what people do. They talk over you. You wouldn't believe how many times I would say to somebody, "Are you done? Are you done talking? Can I talk now? Do you mind? Do you mind if I speak? Are you sure? Are you sure?" And sure as I would start talking again, they start talking. They're not listening to me. You got to listen to me. I'm asking the questions. You're not asking the questions. Now, you're going to see her interrupt. Not a big deal. But you're going to see her talking over him.
if you damage his property,
I haven't touched
listen to
any-
me.
Please don't speak to me
If
like
you
that.
damage his property,
None of his property has been
can I
damaged.
finish my sentence?
Yeah.
You don't need to speak with me
If
like
you
that.
if you damage his property, you are going to be arrested,
I
and
have
that's
not
not going to
touched
help
anything
you.
of his.
That's not going to help you with
Excuse
your.
me, sir.
Can I finish
No,
my
you
sentence,
can't,
please?
because I haven't
Can I finish my sentence, please? She says, no, you can't. Classic.
damaged
Okay,
anything
then I'll
or
just
touched
speak
anything.
over you, because clearly you're unreasonable and you don't listen.
We speak over people all the time, guys. When they're in the back seat and I'm saying, hey, Jilly Billy, you're under arrest for assault. Do you want a lawyer? Blah, blah, blah. You're not obliged to say anything. They'd be yelling and screaming. They're not hearing me. I just speak over them so I could put it in my notebook. I said it. He chose not to hear it.
No, actually.
If you damage his property,
Sir, go look at
you
the-
are going to be arrested. So
look
do
at
not damage
I
anything.
never touched his
Is
items.
that clear?
Sir, it's clear.
Thank you.
Go have a good day. I never touched his items. Enjoy your bullying of a position.
Enjoy your bullying of a position. Watch what the police officer does here, okay?
Of a position.
That was fun. I want you to watch this again. I want you to listen. I want you to hear what she says. And I want you to see the cop's reaction while he's going boo to her. Boo.
I never touched his items. Enjoy your bullying of a position.
Yeah, fuck you, sir. Oh, she must have been frightened, eh? Petrified from that lunge. And the cop laughed. He's laughing and lunging. Police officer. Charged with assault. For lunging. 18 months probation. Pled guilty to it. Has to do something stupid like take anger management. Did he look angry to you? He's giggling. Why do we have to go to the extreme? Why do we have to throw the book at this police officer? Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, I know a lot of people are going to be, you can't act that way. That's fine. Then write him up. Write him up a negative 1004. Give him a code of conduct. Punish him that way. But we go to the extreme. A judge judges him. This is not a investigation that should go before the courts. But it did. And he got 18 months probation for it. And that's the way the world is now. It's Looney Tunes ever since 2020. We all know why. I can't believe that this officer pled guilty. I can't believe that Crown Counsel went with a charge. It's Crown Counsel's duty to review these things. Never in history. Do you know how many times people have lunged at me? Probably a lot. How many times I've lunged at somebody? How many times have we? I've never, ever in my career charged or arrested somebody for lunging. Did you even know it was a criminal offense? A gesture. I wrote this down. People can be charged with simple assault even if they do not actually touch the other person. It is enough to make physically threatening gesture towards a person, such as lunging at them, causing them to think they will be hit even if they are not. Does she really think that? She's behind a door. Give me a break. Crown Counsel had no reasonable expectation of a conviction here. That's why it should have been thrown out. It's their duty to throw it out. In the public interest? No. Not even close. If they don't think they can win the trial, which they, of course, they're not going to think in their head that they're going to win the trial, they're going to throw the charge out. But they don't. They hammer this kid. There are literally so many laws out there made up now that you can charge anybody with anything. And we judge it. The whole world judged this video. The whole world was against the police officer. The whole world was for the complainant or the SOC. We're quick to judge, aren't we? But what's the worst thing you've ever done in your life? Aren't you glad you weren't arrested for it? Was the worst thing that you've ever done worse than that? Probably. Because this is just so stupid. Minimal. He teased her. Whether you agree with it or not, doesn't matter. Court was not the answer. Pleading guilty to assault was not the answer. What do you get? Attend anger management, 150 hours of community service, write an apology letter to the woman he lunged at. And I guess she was transgender, who cares, and has disabilities. Oh, this is lovely. This is almost sick and weird. The tenant feels vindicated, but doesn't trust police anymore. The woman told CBC Hamilton on Thursday the charges could have been avoided if Milburn had apologized earlier. He didn't apologize earlier, so I went through with the charges. So, I showed him. How do you feel? How can you feel good about that? Like, would you feel good about that? You're the problem. That's why he's there. I got him. Yeah, he pled guilty to assault. He's got probation 18 months. I won. Even though I'm most likely a loser. I won. She feels vindicated. Oh, yeah. She added, she'll be framing his apology letter. No, you got to be a little bit whacked in the head. Really? You're going to frame it? Because what he did was so terrible, so traumatizing. Were you traumatized? We're going to call that an assault, guys. Ridiculous. Held to a higher standard. It's not even a standard. You want to talk about how unfair it is. Every cop's getting charged for everything nowadays. We're almost making stuff up. It's not an assault. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, Clint, yeah, it is. Okay. You made a gesture. A giggling gesture? A giggling gesture? Stupid. And I know. A lot of people are going to disagree with me. Go ahead. But when I see stupidity like this, I have to say something. It's just my opinion. It's just what I believe in. Whether you think the cop was a dick or not. My God. Think about the things that I used to do to have a little fun. I wouldn't have never thought in a million years you'd be convicted of assault for it. You get 18 months probation. When you actually look at something, you see something so outrageous, so ridiculous. You're like, what? Assault? What are you talking about? You Looney Tune. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye-bye.